Good morning, America, and good morning, whomever, wherever you are on this big planet that we call Mother Earth. All right, the title of this newsletter is July 7, July 14, 2020, SOS to the World Deadly Window Warning. Well, again, this newsletter has quite a lot of information for you, my friends. But let me kind of recap a little bit here. I was on my way from the East Coast, and it was late in the afternoon, sunset, absolutely gorgeous colors. However, those colors were nothing else than the smoke of all the fire that is caressing the arid zone right now. There's fires everywhere. So when I tell you it's going to be a year of wind and fire, how can you deny looking at the massacre that's going on with fire all over the place? Not to forget what's coming up to us from the Sahara. We are getting a blanket of particles that is produced, of course, by air movement. Again, a year of air, a year of fire, a wind and fire. When you see these things happening, as I talk about it and the news unfolding right in front of your face, how is it possible for anyone to deny my UFO predictive legacy? There's more to it. Currently we have Mercury retrograde. So I thought, well, you know what? One of these days it's done. Things going to get away. I know 18 months is a long time, but I was planning of quitting. And of course, because the reopening of so many states a little bit too hastily, COVID-19 came back with a revenge. So I have to drive again. I'm exhausted, to tell you the truth, because I only have one day off today, and I'm back again at 4 o'clock in the morning. I have to serve those who needs me in the East Coast because of my qualification, and nobody wants to go there. And I have noticed that I carry a lot of hazmat. The red tag in the back. That means a lot of my stuff is going to hospital and clinics and God knows where the people that need me. So I'm doing this. The good news is that there's not much we can do with social, the state of the world currently, social distancing and the risk of getting the disease. So all you could do is work really, really, really hard when you have a job. And this job pays a lot of money. So I can get my Lexus SUV and my new powerful boats in time. That'll be my reward. Again, the business is totally crazy because people are so depressed. And I do 2 readings every weekend. And it's piling up for weeks and months ahead of me. So if you want a reading with me, be patient. You won't have to wait maybe 2 or 3 months if I decide to stop and then catch up. But that's what it is from now on. You're going to see pictures of a few miles into the desert where a terrible, terrible pile-up accident. And it breaks my heart to see a guy with a small SUV putting a huge, huge trailer behind him with no experience. And then the family is on the side of the road. The buddies are on the side of the road. The dog are crying next to their owners. It breaks my heart when I see that. There is a pile-up accident that you can see some of the pictures. I mean, during this plutonic SOS deadly window, chances are you will see dead body on the road. And I did see quite a lot during this window, which is not over just yet. So be cautious. Click on the link. Click on the provided link and look at all the news that I'm going to expand on. Those links are live. If you are interested about something I discuss, go and click on the link and read it. What else do we have? Some people say, oh, what about the 6 point something and the 7 point earthquake, Dr. Cherry, you miss it? Of course not, I did not miss it. But you have to be a VIP or a Patreon supporter to read the news before you see the news on Fox or on CNN, or you hear it on the radio. Okay, now, the last window was a uranic window. Again, this is shocking news. This is all about the sudden release of energy. And then we had a lightning strike that kills nearly 120 people in India. But India, while they're hamming my website to read and learn from me, the majority of people in India do not know about those unique windows. They do not know they're going to be part of the statistics because they do not know. They don't have cosmic consciousness, which is a disaster for the world, especially for all our leaders who are in charge of our destiny. Talking about our leaders, well, restriction leave the US traveler high and dry. This is it. Okay, thank you, Mr. Trump. You know, he wanted to have this big wall, which is still being built, but the enemy number one, as you already know, and I don't want to sound redundant to all of you, but you need to realize we created everything because the most powerful man in the world, running the most powerful country in the world, is freaking racist, you like it or not. It is not a political thing, my friend. Please don't harass me with your political views, belief, or if you like or don't like Trump. I don't care. It has nothing to do with my message to you. It's all about the stars of your president, like you're on the stars, but you haven't been under your stars to see how you stand above in your stars. That's where the word understand comes from. Okay, so there is quite a lot of information, particularly about the reptilians in that newsletters, with tons of articles that I wrote in the past that you can dig into and learn more about those entities because they are real, regardless of what those young infected souls are saying, okay? All I'm teaching you is not a product of my imagination. It's real. I landed on one of the video of a young girl. She spent a few years, and she's now a psychologist, and she finds every single excuses in the world to use a rational 5 limited senses to classify people like me as nuts, tinfoil, crazy, suffering PSD. God knows what excuse that little girl, she's maybe, what, 25, 30 years old. She's a kid, no experience. She just came in the world. The only experience she had is 3 or 4 years or 6 or 7 years in a college when I'm 70 years old and loaded with experiences that are mind-boggling. I do not make anything up, contrary to what this idiot was saying. When somebody tells you this, it means he's a liar. No, I got better things to do than make up stories to entertain you, my friend. It's all real, very, very real. But it takes a certain amount of intelligence to resonate and assimilate the intuitive domain of my work. And those kids, infected kids, furthermore, lack the intellectual capacity to digest my message. Luckily, the vast majority of all of you have given me 5 stars, and God thanks for that, because this is well past my hopes. I mean, over hundreds. So now, very soon, this movie is going to be on Amazon Prime platform. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to realize I'm real and I'm passing on unique information that those who are supposed to be, the elected top researchers in the ufology, okay, don't know. Okay, many of them, I can say 99.9% of them, never see a UFO, let alone talk to an extraterrestrials that allow me to divulge their secret agenda. This is serious. These guys are supposed to be the experts. Okay, they've never seen a UFO. Use logic, because you have names, because you've been lucky enough to spend years on coast to coast and have a humongous amount of followers, does not mean you own the truth. That's what it is. And then, like everything in my life, I have to start right from the scratch and fight mountain like Goliath, fight anything and everybody not to prove a point, because my predictions are undeniable unless you cannot read English. And those kids, those infected young soul, Okay, I mean, imagine that if they had to write a newsletter, learn astrology, and service the French people. At least I can say in their own language, they're a bunch of idiots. But, you know, I mean, that's okay. So, the actual nasty window that we are in is very, very much obvious. And I told you in the last video, remember my words on my last video, a crazy person will kill people. So be ready for crazy lunatic killing people. And I even give you a sample of what to expect in the newsletter. Okay. Next thing you know, 2 dead, 4 injured in shooting in California, Walmart distribution center. Suspect shot dead and 6 hospitalized after stabbing in Glasgow city center. 1 killed, 2 shot outside of Amazon warehouse in Jacksonville. A teenager who threw a 6-year-old boy from London Tate Modern Museum has been jailed for at least 15 years. Hello? When I'm telling you this is a plutonic SOS to the world, deadly window, pay attention. Because my aim is to warn you so you don't become victims like these people. During these windows, the reptilians having fun. It is the easiest window for them to hijack your body, your mind, and your soul and turn you into a killer or a lunatic. And remember, the emotions run so high during this type of cosmic winds that your logic goes through the window and you're prone to attract the cops. That's why you have to be very careful of what you say and what you do, because you can't lose your position. All right, let's see what we have. As far as this kid throwing a 6-year-old boy, I mean, he's not supposed to go to jail. He's supposed to be educated. He had probably a very strong plutonic chart. He is a prime victim of those entities. And it's a kid. It's so easy to hijack a child. He cannot understand why you just throw the baby out of a... Just realize it's outside of his control, and sending him to jail is not going to help him. But educating him, raising his cosmic consciousnness, make him understand this plutonic energy in his chart will allow him to stop killing people. But do you think the U.S. Department of Education is going to have me or my student teach your children to connect with God's cosmic design and understand their soul's purpose? And face their fate and control their sins and develop their virtues? No, that's why this world is chaotic. That's why it is the way it is. Because these universal laws have been cast aside, changed into religious dogma that kill more people than anything else because it's created by the reptilians, or science, which makes you believe that mathematics is their God and they have all the answers. No. There's so much more about being a human being, my friend. Okay, let's see. The keywords is in that one is wake up call. Graham Linehan has been removed from Twitter. Again, when you are under this window, whatever you say, whatever you do, whatever you write, will follow you for the rest of your life. Yeah? And then that's why I am doing my video, honey. Quick. I love you too, honey. I'll talk to you when I'm done, okay? Okay, bye-bye. I love you. Bye. Okay. Well, this is live. This is my wife. Okay. A university professor to retire following campus uproar over tweet. Again, wake up call. Be careful what you say. Careful where you go. Careful what you write, because I will follow you for the rest of your life. YouTube influencer Jana Marbles quit her channel after blackface backlash. Wake up call. It's obvious. Doesn't stop there, my good friend. Okay? Doesn't stop there. Okay? Amazon owned streaming platform bans president for hateful conduct. Your own president is on the stars. His tail of the dragon in Sagittarius is cursing humanity. It's not just a war anymore. It's coronavirus. It's created by all these followers and by all racist people. The thought. Remember, the future is nothing else than a reincarnation of your thoughts. And when you elect a president, you are going to be forced to suffer his idiosyncrasy and to suffer his thought or his fate. There you go. This is why the day before he became the president of the United States, if you click on his chart, everything that's happening now, years ago, okay, was predicted years ago. You can't deny it. It's dated. It's well documented. It's real. It teaches you everything that your president is all about. Like any one of you who request a reading with me, I can check in depth about every single area of the human experience. I can tell you everything, including how you're going to die if you ask me. Of course, it is an area that I won't go. It's it's absolutely critical that this old science, which is sought as a pseudoscience by educated idiots, to be reintegrated in our college universities and be accepted as a solid discipline, because that is the real reason, the core of the problem of humanity, to go against God, cosmic jurisdictions in the name of religion and in the name of science, which are led and controlled by the reptilians. What else do we have? From pandering to Putin to abusing ally and ignoring his own advisor, the president phone calls alarm US official. The first key words is Russia. News about Russia. When I wrote this and warned you, do you think for a second that today I would see the picture of the president in his office discussing the latest nasty news about Russia? I don't care if you support your president. I don't care if you think it's conspiracy, if it's real or not. I don't care. That's not what I'm trying to pass on to you. What I'm trying to pass on to you is the values of those stars and how they interact in your brain, something that the reptilians can easily manipulate and turn our president a friend of our worst enemies. Knowing the tail of the dragon is moving in Scorpio. In a few months from today, my friend, I worry, and for good reasons. Scorpio rules Russia. What's going to happen with Russia? This is going to go right into the fifth house of love and romance and the children of the United States. Because of this confinement, social interaction are not allowed anymore. We have to distance. That's going to stimulate the crazy infected reptilians mob and the negative people who wants to have sex. So women from all walks of life are in danger because you can't date anymore. And the urge and the plutonic soul don't ask permission. They just rape. You're going to read what happened. It's already happening. And the thing that's going on right now with the police ain't going to stop ever. It's going to get much worse unless the cops get cosmic consciousness. It ain't going to happen tomorrow, my friend. It ain't going to happen tomorrow. What else do we have? White supremacist openly organized racist violence on Telegram. Definitely reptilians infected. Colombian soldier confessed to sexually abusing indigenous girls. Well, this is in Colombia, but it's going to happen. It's already happening in the United States. Not to forget, Pluto rules death and drama, which means a plague of suicide is coming. How am I going to pass on such a dramatic prediction without scaring the hell out of you, or for you not to think I'm a fearmonger? Right? There is still the option to use that dragon constructively if you know in what house and what sign this dragon's going to be for the next few months, right? It resides in Scorpio. That is the most powerful energy you can get. It is also the main platform of the reptilians. It is their base of Pluto. It is their golden gate to mess up the world to the point where there could be no return. And my prediction made on George Norrie many years ago, we only have 5 years, 50 years ahead of us, maybe has to be reevaluated. Okay? This is serious, my friend. What else do we have? Witness in the Mueller investigation, an informal Trump advisor gets 10 years in prison in child sex. The word sex is mentioned, and there you go. your politicians, your leaders, raping kids. Jesus, have mercy. Russian intelligence officers offer cash to reward Taliban to kill US, UK troop in Afghanistan. Russia, again. Pop Lockdrop hit rapper Euro killed in double shooting near St. Louis. Again, you know, those kids, they gain fame. They have a lot of money. A lot of this gang guy are jealous. They want his position. They want his money. They want his fate. They can get to him till they kill him if he doesn't share. This is serious. The mob's going to get much more aggressive, much more deadlier than before when those months with the Scorpius dragon is going to hit us. It's already in motion. It's void of course. That's why there is a full restructure of the police. Remember, Scorpio was the FBI, the police, the sex, the secret, power, sexual transmitted disease. All right, what else do we have? Paralympian Angela Madsen found dead while trying to row from California to Hawaii. Famous death. Okay, she does not know that she had a negative cosmic biorhythm, and during this window, that's enough for you to die because you're not aware. What else do we have? Sia Carr, teenage TikTok star, has died. A manager confirmed. Again, famous death. I don't know why she died. Probably suicide if she was young because she cannot handle the energy and the reptiles got her through drugs. And New York PD arrest officers seen putting man in a shock hold over the weekend. Again, police is mentioned. I told you it's never going to stop. It's going to get worse, worse, and worse. There is a fixing. There is a way to fix it. But who am I to go and talk in front of the police or educate the entire world when I'm not allowed to just yet? Portland police arrest 8 during weekend protest, find anti-police kill all cops graffiti on building. It's happening. The mobs, our cops, our courageous officers are scared to death because they can't control the infected mob. It's nasty, and you cannot have a country without a police, without a judicial system, without a law. It's like we have now a world totally lawless of God, cosmic design. So not only the physical laws are being eradicated, let's get rid of the cops, but the universal laws written in light by God himself are being laughed at and ignored. And here goes the result in front of you. Sorry, I'm being emotional. 3 police officers fired after they are caught using hate-filled speech. So what do you think? There is no racist cops? Oh, those Trump definitely are racist because they have the same stars. It's nothing to do with being Trump or being a cop. It has to do with your UCI, your unique celestial identity. You're going to be creative. You're going to be sensitive. You're going to be a great dancer like Michael Jackson, a great singer like Donna. God knows what. This is your stars. You inherited it. And you don't have to go to college for 10 years and graduate from an accredited school to do a good job. Life itself is the best of the best teaching you can get. So read all my rebuttal from all those young souls that I'm trying to save out there. Read what I'm saying to them. Don't look at me like your enemies when all I'm trying to do is to send you a rope because you can't swim. The problem is, I believe the rope is too short. You need time. Will you have time or are you going to drown? You're going to drown. So give me a shot. Grab the rope while you can. Don't be negative. Don't be upset. Don't let the nasty energy coming from the inside of you beat the hell out of me when all I'm trying to do is to help you. God, thanks. You guys are a minority. What else do we have? Mexico City security chief injured in shooting and 3 others killed. Mob. Woman appeared to cough on baby in yogurt line. Oh my God. That woman is definitely racist because that young woman, I think, was Mexican or Latino. She went on to the baby, died. That's what she was saying because she's completely and entirely reptilian and infected. A fear is absolutely incredible. If the mother doesn't want to wear a mask, that's her deal as far as I'm concerned, okay? But when I go out, Anywhere I go, I wear a mask. Not because I'm afraid, I won't get it. No, but because it's an example. You are stopping this breath, this cough, anything. If you're sick, to reach some other people, that means you're a decent human being and you worry about other people. Because if somebody cough on you and you bring it home, you're going to give it to your wife, to your kids, to your grandma, to your grandpa, to your dad, your mom, who knows. And if they have an underlying problem, they're going to die. Thank you. Be smart. Wear the damn mask. All right. Iran issue arrest warrant for Trump over Soleimani killing. This is, I worry quite a lot. I worry quite a lot about our president because he has the tail of the dragon by birth in Sagittarius. He's extremely unlucky with anything and everything that dwells with foreigners, foreign land, the law, and religion. It's just his stars. Okay, so the Iranians are scorpionic people. They are really plutonic people. They want to die. If killing you means they have to die in the process, they'll do it with joy. So you need to understand what religious fanaticism is all about. So this could mean some work is being done behind the curtain to get to our president, and they could easily get him. When you have this type of news that come during this type of windows, like a plutonic window, you want to take me very, very seriously. And I hope a member of the government is watching my video. God knows who is watching my videos. And then pay attention to what I'm saying. But that's not going to change Trump. It's like trying to change an MS-13, completely infected, religious infected gang leader to become a priest. You can't do it. It's his fate. He's totally infected. There is no return. He's got to die. He knows he's going to die. He already knows it. So these your stars. Unless you take them at an early stage, you won't change it. It's like a tree. Okay, a tree. If you mold the trees, you're going to be able to get that tree where you want to go. But as you get older, like the parents and grandparents have been indoctrinated by science or religion, it's impossible to change their mind. And who's paying the price? The kids. What else do we have? Boat crash, kill 32 people as ferry sink in 20 seconds. Talk about death new. You don't go, or if you go on a ferry, you being smart. Don't plan your holidays during my windows, or especially during you're on a negative cosmic biorism. And don't be impatient if you order that service and you're confused by seeing all these dates, because I'm a year ahead of you. Wait for those days to unfold. Make notes on your calendar. Hey, Dr. Charita is this date. Let's watch. And then you're going to see, because if it works for me and my wife, got to work for you. Remember last time I nearly lost my wife. Before I went to work, I told her, be careful. You're going to be under one of your negative cosmic biorhythm. The next thing I know, she called me. She fell in the pool and she got entangled in the hose. To her, it was a miracle that she was able to get out of the pool. All these accidents, there are no accidents, my friend. There is only cosmic circumstances, cosmic energy at work that you can't understand. And those energy are being misused and abused by the reptilians who can only regenerate with fear, chaos, drama, and death. You watch my movie. If you didn't watch my movie, go and watch it and try to grasp the essence of those incredible, powerful, deceiving entities, because they're here in your head already since the get-go. And you can tap on each side because the part of God in you is much stronger. Decide to work for the light, for love, for happiness, for respect, for integrity, for education, like I do in every possible way. You work for the sun, you work for the light, you work for beauty, for the art, for creativity. You are with the Draconis. Or you decide to go completely the other way and you become part of the darkness. You become part of the underworld. You become part of negativity. And then you perpetuate this nasty darkness energy for the rest of your reincarnation. You become angels, Satan, children, and you're going to be slaving for the evil forever. No, you can stop that now. Evaluate, auto-analyze yourself. Why do I have to say something negative? Why am I so angry with Dr. Cherry? Why? And you'll find out that you might have an inferiority or an insecurity complex, and you may not want to hear that, but at least you cannot lie to yourself. Try to get above that nasty negative feeling, my friend. because it starts with you, with the man in the mirror. It starts with you. And then we'll be able to get the blessing of the age of Aquarius, where love, peace, happiness, security, beauty, love, and light will reign supreme upon this world. That is the promise of the age of Aquarius, and it's coming. Are you going to be there? No, if you're in the dark and working for the reptilians. What else do we have? Chicago man killed 2 teens after they asked him how tall he was. Do you think those 2 teens needs to die because the question is, was this crazy lunatic infected guy high? Of course. Was he drunk? Was he full of coke? What? Of course. The reptilians had him. Oh yes. They went inside of his head, his body, his mind. Next thing you know, let's kill those 2 innocent kids. That's what it is. And you're going to ask psychiatrists or psychologists to give you the answers to what it means to be human. After spending 8 years in an accredited college, my own psychiatric student that told me that they learned more in my crash course, 1-week crash course, than 7 years in his accredited college. All right, what else do we have? A 10-year-old girl and a toddler were killed in Chicago gun violence. That's sad. There's so many victims, my friend, so many victims in the name of ignorance and fear. Lack of education. Chinese boss charged with attempted murder for shooting 2 black employees. Again, do you think only white people are racist? You must be dreaming. There is racist all over the world. There is people that hate American. There is people that hate French. There is people that hate Chinese, Mexican, God knows what. People that hate Houthis, for that matter. You know, it's just you feeding that energy. Don't watch my little movie, my little video that I make about the power of the thought. And remember, the future is the reincarnation of your thought. If you're too negative, you're going to become repellent. Physically, spiritually, you're going to degenerate. You're going to become part of this somber shadow who work in the darkness for evil. You might laugh at what I'm saying, my friend, but when you die and you open your eyes, and you ain't going to see nothing. You're going to be in darkness. You're not going to be in fire or in hell because you're already in hell, okay? You're going to be in total darkness because you refuse the light. All right, so we have DNA leads to 8-year-old killer after 38 years, a secret to light. Whatever it is. Be careful, my friend. This window is nasty, but the next one on the 14th of July is going to get worse. It's going to be worse. And this is why I'm asking you to be smart enough and pay attention. Pay attention. I am not here to hurt you. I am not here to gloat. I'm not here to make you feel insecure. I am here to educate you, to bring back to you God's cosmic design, and to understand how He speaks to us through the signs, something that I have mastered, something that was induced and imposed upon all these crazy UFO experiences that I went through. 7 of them so far. All right. So, one more time, my friend, read the newsletter. It's critical that you go and read the newsletter, watch all the pictures. And then once you're done, go to my movie. Listen to my message. It's pretty deep. It's pretty mystical. It's totally mind-boggling. It's outside of what you have heard or will ever hear, for that matter, because it's coming directly from Draco, the entity that I channel, the Draconis, the benevolent Draconis that work through me. Okay? And then give me whatever you feel I deserve. So far, 5 stars. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And even more, thank you, because my message has to go some places. He has to reach the mass somewhere, somehow. Because if we don't do something, this is it. You know, I'm so very worried about this upcoming Plutonic, Scorpionic dragon. It's absolutely scary. And I don't know, again, when I write this 2021 Nostradamus Dragon forecast, personal and universal, when I write it, I have to be very cautious on how to not to take you even deeper into this nasty darkness. But I will know exactly where it is from the month you were born. And I will tell you in which house to be careful not to dwell. Okay, don't dwell there as darkness is far is dangerous. Instead, push there, push on the head. Because the head and the tail of the dragon have most the same power. And you can make progress even with this incredible, dramatic, deadly time that are ahead of us. All right. Okay. So for the time being, again, I'll be on the road. Call that I had, I was supposed to leave at 4 o'clock in the morning. Things changed with Mercury retrograde, but that's what it is for now. So when I come back, I will dedicate July 7 predictions. And it's a shocking window. It's all about shocking news. It's all about UFOs, cosmic news, large earthquake, Japan, France. It's going to be a very, very, very interesting, but also very negative window. So share it. Help me save precious life. All right, my good friend, we come at the end of this video one more time. Thank you so much for your trust in my work. God bless you. We are all together in that one, and we can beat those entities if you work with me. Until then, God bless all of you, and thank you for helping me. Bye-bye.